So we want to talk about this whole refusal skill model, how to say no to someone you really care about. Now, don't get confused when we have the quiz. Don't get confused with the great decision model. The great decision model was the steps to make the best decision possible. The refusal skill model is how to say no to peers, to someone that you really care about. And there are 3 goals. These are not the steps that we're going to go through, but these are what we want to accomplish by this. If it's whether you use this one or your own refusal skill system, you want to accomplish these 3 things, or it's not a good system. It's not a good model. And so the first goal that you want to accomplish is to stay in control. You want to get in control of the situation as soon as possible. Now, what does that mean? That means you want to get on the offensive. I go back to basketball because that's what I've done my whole life. Okay. If, let's say, Gage Hansen, who's very athletic, a great basketball player, he and I are going to have a one-on-one. Loser buys winner dinner. Okay. Now, Gage is so much more athletic than me. I'm old. But if all he can play is defense and all I can play is offense, I'm going to win. He may block 100 of my shots. I may have to, but eventually I'm going to throw a ball behind my head, kick it, something, and it's eventually going to go in. And I'm going to win. Same thing in a peer pressure situation. If you stay on the defensive, meaning that you're going, oh, no, I really shouldn't. No, my mom will be mad. That's being on the defensive. You want to get on the offensive and get in control of the situation. And we're going to show you how to do that in the easiest and best manner. The second goal that we want to accomplish, which is obvious, is we want to stay out of trouble. If this model doesn't help you to stay out of trouble, then get a different one. If how you're dealing with peer pressure isn't working, then choose a different method. Because that's the ultimate goal, is to stay out of trouble. And then the last goal is to keep your friends. Because if it doesn't matter, then it's not really peer pressure. If I don't care about that person and keeping that friendship, now if they continue to pressure you, then you kind of find out maybe they're not your real friends. But I'm going to show you how you can stay in control, stay out of trouble, and keep those friends who are really your friends anyway. Okay, now I'm going to kind of try and have you picture in your mind a scenario. Okay, as we go through the steps now, and there are 5 steps that you need to practice so that when you're under peer pressure, that you'll know right what to do. If you wait till the peer pressure comes and you're under the gun of that peer pressure, you're probably not going to remember these steps. So it's something you really should practice on your own so that you feel comfortable. Because as a sophomore, you know a lot of the peer pressure that you're going to be faced with over the next 3 years of high school. Some of the peer pressure you've already had. So if somebody pressures you to do something and you don't want to do it, it goes past what you feel comfortable with. It goes past your values. It goes past what you personally want or don't want to do. What are you going to do? So those are the 5 steps that we're now going to remember. And on the quiz, you want to remember these 5 steps.